Welcome to the courtroom of Judgy Judee. Is she a judge? No. Is she here to judge your situation and let you know just what she thinks of it and you? Absolutely. If you're sensitive and easily butthurt, you should exit stage left now. Cause sis is not a baker and is not here to sugarcoat anything. The questions are real. Her rulings are not final, since y'all are hard-headed assholes that tend to do what you want to do anyway. All rise for the beautiful Judgy Judee.
First case on the docket. I'm in love with a stripper. Dear Judgy Judee, my girlfriend strips for a living and I work at a bank. We met through her coming to my job to open up an account. Recently, a well-known drug dealer with a dangerous reputation has been showering her with lavish gifts and hanging at the club every night. She swears it's innocent and I don't want to knock her hustle, but I can't help but be alarmed for her safety. What can I say to her to convince her to leave such a sketchy profession behind that could possibly cost her more than she bargained for one day? Are you worried about it being more than she bargained for, or more than you bargained for? Not many people working a 9-to-5 can compete with a drug dealer in the money department, so you need to first be real with yourself and figure out if you're worried about her safety or the safety of your relationship. Either way, you need to be honest and talk to her about it. If she values money and attention from another man over your relationship, it might be time to find you a new private dancer.
Next case on the docket. High school sweethearts.
Dear Judgy Judee, my high school sweetheart caught a charge right before graduating our senior year. He was convicted and sentenced to 20 years. I've maintained contact with him off and on for the last 15 years, and now he's getting out on parole. The problem is, I am engaged, but still in love with my high school boo. He's become so mature, has his head on straight, and has been telling me that despite all these years past, he's only grew more love for me. I don't want to jeopardize what I have now because I have a good man, but I often wonder what could have been had he not gotten arrested. So should I meet up with my lost love to see what I feel then, or get married and possibly regret choosing the wrong one? The fact that you're even considering blowing up your engagement and possibly your life for a man that you really don't know is crazy. And I don't want to hear, but I do know him, 'cause you don't. How much have you changed since you graduated from high school? You know the man that he portrays himself to be, and sitting behind bars for so long, he has a lot of time to craft the perfect identity. Girl, this is not your season of love after lockup. If you have a good man that you're engaged to, take your goofy ass on and stop playing in that man's face. What coulda, shoulda, woulda been is in the past, and that's exactly where you need to leave it. Risking losing a good man to get with somebody with no money, no car, no home, no job, and a criminal record is crazy. Sis, go sit in the corner and think about how dumb you sound.
Next case on the docket. His brother's keeper.
Dear Judgy Judee, me and my husband have been happily married for 8 years and have a 3-year-old daughter. We haven't had any significant issues up until now. Recently, my hubby's brother was granted parole and needs an address to parole home to. The problem is he was convicted of child molestation. My husband swears his brother was wrongly accused, but I can't chance allowing him to stay around our daughter. My refusal to have this man in our home has caused a huge drain on our marriage, and I don't know what to do. You've done exactly what the fuck you're supposed to do. That man was accused and convicted, case closed. But I don't care how much your husband believes that his brother is innocent, that genie cannot be put back in the bottle, and the only way to find out if that's even true or not could result in your daughter having to live with trauma for the rest of her life. It's not worth taking that chance, and I hate to tell you this, but this is only the beginning of the strain on your marriage. It sounds like your husband is putting his brother's needs over his child's, and that's a big problem for me. Also, if you even think there's a chance a brother did what he's accused of, you'll never feel comfortable being around him or him being around your daughter, so your family problems are just beginning. Family gatherings will be uncomfortable as hell from now on. Speaking of family, do other members of his family feel that he is innocent as well? If so, they need to let him parole to one of their homes. Continue to protect your child, because that's your most important job.
Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more
Next
Judgy
case
Judee.
on the docket. I can't leave him alone.
Dear Judgy Judee, I have a real dilemma. I'll try to keep it short and to the point. So, I've been with my current guy, we'll call him Joe, for over 10 years now. We were fairly young when we started dating, but he has known that I've wanted to be married to him for the past 4 to 5 years, at least. Well, after many ups and downs over the years, I got tired of waiting for him to grow up and pop the question. We have a kid together, so I can't cut Joe off altogether, but I did tell him that I'm not happy with him and that I am going to start seeing other people. I guess he thought it was a game because he didn't really change or put any more effort into our relationship, so I started to date a family friend. He's a friend of my family, but has no connection to Joe, just for the girls that like to tussle. Anyway, Joe found out about my new boo, and after having a fit and vowing to never speak to me again, he proposed, and we actually went to get the marriage license. Now here's the real tea, I am not going to stop dealing with my new boo. I know it might sound crazy, but the way he speaks to me, touches me, and sexes me down is unmatched. I still care for Joe, but I can't help but feel that if he really wanted to marry me, it wouldn't have taken him finding out about my new boo for him to pop the question. So, should I marry Joe and have the happy family with the man that I've invested so many years with even though I know I will not stop messing with new boo? Girl, what? You and Joe are not about to get my blood pressure up. It sounds like Joe got comfortable in the relationship and thought that you would keep dealing with him and his BS forever. Him proposing after he knew I was messing with somebody else instead of right after I told him that I wasn't happy and was going to start seeing other people would be the final red flag for me. Like boy, don't piss me off. With all of the unhinged stories that we all see on the news every day, I don't advise you to string both men along, but marrying Joe when you know that you will keep sexing new boo is definitely a no. You don't want to stand in front of God and your family and take vows that you know you have no intentions of upholding. Joe is your child's father, so he'll always be in the picture in some capacity. I'd let his ass wait, like you've been doing for the past 10 years, while you explore other options. Everything will play out how it's supposed to. Just make it clear to Joe that you don't intend to marry him anytime soon and that you and him are not exclusive. I'm guessing new boo already knows about your relationship with Joe, so if he's cool with it, do you boo?
Next case on the docket. Stuck stepdad.
Dear Judgy Judee, I really need your help. I just finished serving a 10-year bid for aggravated assault. I'm on parole and trying to do right. So, I get released from my girlfriend's address where I have to stay or risk being sent back to prison. She has 3 kids from a previous relationship and the oldest boy is a real piece of work. His dad is a gangbanger and the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Since he's been hanging with his homies and talking shit with his dad about me, he's become very disrespectful and his mom acts like it's no big deal. She even laughs at some of his wisecracks about me having to live under a woman's roof like a bum. I want to kick his little ass and leave her dizzy ass for another spot, but I'm stuck in this messed up living arrangement that could cost me my freedom. What do I do? It sounds like you have to make it work for the moment. It also sounds like you've already spoken to your girlfriend and she doesn't seem to be ready or willing to let her son know that his behavior is unacceptable. Even if you are living like a bum, not helping around the house, not paying any bill, etc., it's never a child's place to come out of their mouth like that to an adult. But, are you on your best bum behavior? No one, child or adult, appreciates having a bum-ass dude lounging up in their ish. If you're pulling your weight and doing what you're supposed to, then the only thing you can do at this point is to come up with a plan to move around. I'm not sure how parole works, but is there any way to change your address and parole to a different address? If so, do that immediately and ditch her and her grown-ass kid. If that's not an option, you're gonna have to get thicker skin and learn to ignore his lil ass until you can get your own place. If you want to know if you are indeed the asshole or if you have a dilemma that you need Judy's honest opinion on, send her a note at askjudy@outlook.com and you just may see your question answered on the show.